Every day, millions of people suffer from several ailments that could easily be prevented or cured using scent leaves. When I was growing up, whenever my mother delivered a baby, she would prepare a special scent leaf soup with egusi and dried fish for fast healing from labor pain. But I discovered another powerful use when I personally suffer from Amoebic dysentery. I had several stomach ache, constant rushing to the toilet, only to find painful bowel movements, after which I poo with traces of blood and mucus. Today, I'm showing you exactly how to cook this healing scent leaf soup that cured my dysentery completely. Trust me, this soup heals more ailments than you can imagine. Join me in the kitchen as I expose all the uses and the exact recipe that saved me. Don't forget to stay till the end because I will share important precautions and who shouldn't eat this leaf. Let's get cooking for healing. Hi everyone, welcome back from my garden. So I will pluck the scent leaf from the stem. And this is what I have. It's time for me to wash now. I will add a little quantity of salt. I normally wash with a salt solution. Pour it inside clean water and clean thoroughly. And while cleaning, I still remove any unwanted stock there. This recipe can be used for body detox and cleansing, boost immunity and overall strength, aid digestion and gut health, fight bacterial infection and inflammation. So I will rinse it off under the running water and now pour the cleaned scent leaf inside my blender. So I'm going to use some other ingredients. Number one, that's the Scotch bonnet pepper. I have crayfish, onions. This is ginger and garlic. And this is my locust bean. Add a little quantity of water, enough for it to blend smoothly. Then cover and blend till smooth. While blending, I need to tell you that taking scent leaf is not for everyone. If you're a pregnant woman, please don't take scent leaf. And if you are looking out to get pregnant anytime soon, also avoid scent leaf. If you react negatively to scent leaf, please make sure you stop the use immediately. Now, having blended to smooth, I pour the entire content into my pot on the fire. Now it's time for me to add the other ingredient. This is my seasoning cube, just one, and a little quantity of red oil. If you wish, you can add more red oil. This is my preference. I also have fish. You see, I have just this fish remaining. Normally I'm supposed to add more fish, so I have a fresh fish to complement. This fresh fish will go a long way to make the soup very delicious. So I cover, allow to cook. After some minutes, I check on the soup to see whether it is well done. It is very thick and I don't like the consistency. I'll add a little more water and allow to cook further. So when all the ingredients are fully blended together and well cooked, I will come back here and put up the stove. And here we have it. Wonderful. The aroma here is great. Let me have the taste. Very sweet. If you are already amazed by the healing power of this traditional soup, smash that like button right now. And if you know someone suffering from stomach problems or dysentery or is a new mother, share this video with them immediately. It could save them from expensive hospital bills. Don't forget to subscribe because I'm sharing more life-saving traditional recipes every week. Sweeter than the way our moms used to cook it for us in the village. This one is very, very delicious. This scent leaf soup completely healed my Amoebic dysentery in just 2 uses, and it can heal yours too. This is the exact St. Leaf soup my mother used after childbirth, a powerful traditional recipe for postnatal recovery. If you have just delivered a baby or know someone who has, this soup will help the body recover faster, cleanse the womb naturally, and restore strength. It's one of the age-old secrets mothers in our community have trusted for generations, and this is how it is prepared. Now that you've seen how my mother's St. Leaf soup works wonders for both Amoebic dysentery and postnatal recovery, restoring strength after childbirth, let me remind you, this is only one part of the power hidden in this leaf. In part 1 of this series, I showed how to make St. Leaf tea, perfect for cleansing the body, boosting immunity, and fighting common ailments naturally. If you haven't watched that yet, make sure you do right after this video. The link is right here and in the description below. Trust me, you'll love it. Before you go, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. Until next time, bye for now.